Wow, this is quite the turnout. I'm humbled and very excited. Good afternoon, everyone. It's truly an honor to welcome you all here today as we celebrate 20 years of the Child and Family Development Resource Center at Eastern Connecticut State University. Yes, I have papers. I know the young kids use their phone when they have speeches, but not me. I'm going to stick with my old school ways. It's really nice to see so many faces here. So thank you for taking the time to gather with us. Today we gather as a community, past and present, children who are now grown. Unbelievable. I didn't recognize some of them, so that's why we had them make tags, because in 20 years, children look a little different. We'd like to believe we haven't changed much in 20 years. So it's amazing how much they've grown. Educators, university colleagues, and partners, each of you has played such an integral part in the CFDRC story. For 2 decades, the CFDRC has been more than an early learning center. It has been a place where children are seen as capable, curious, and full of potential. A place where relationships matter deeply, and I think that's so evident today, how much relationships matter, and where learning is built through connection, inquiry, and joy. It has been a place where families are valued as partners, where future teachers find their voice, and where research and practice come together in very meaningful ways. But what truly defines the CFDRC is not just our mission, it's the people. It's the teachers who show up each day with intention, care, and deep respect for children's thinking, learning, development. It's the families who entrust us with their most precious gifts. It's the children past and present whose laughter, questions, discoveries have filled these very spaces. Over the last 20 years, thousands of meaningful moments have taken place here. Moments of first friendships, first words, first acts of independence. At the heart of this work is our commitment to providing children with high-quality early start, one that honors their potential and builds a strong foundation for lifelong learners, and intentionally works to close the opportunity and accessibility gap. We are proud to serve a community that is richly diverse, linguistically, culturally, economically. This diversity is not just something we simply acknowledge, it is something that we learn from, that we build with, and create in our daily work with children and families. And as a university lab school, our impact extends beyond the children and families that we serve. Each year, we help shape the next generation of educators, Eastern students, who learn not only the theory of early childhood education, but how to implement that theory, how to listen, how to observe, how to reflect, how to teach in thoughtful and responsive and respectful ways. As director, I feel immense gratitude for those who have laid the foundation of the program and for those who have sustained its growth for the past 2 decades and those who will carry it forward. I'm especially grateful that Dr. David Carter's vision of an early learning center came to fruition, and that the faculty and staff who helped in the process, some of whom you will hear from today, and some of whom have sadly passed on, but remain in our hearts forever. I'll just name a few: Nancy Tinker, if you remember her, Dr. Ann Gruenberg, Mike DeJarlis, Jean-Paul Godbout, just to name a few who in some way have shaped this center. Our appreciation for the connection to the Center for Early Childhood Education right next door, cemented by none other than Julia Delap, and continued currently with Dr. Sudha Swaminathan. The immersive video library in which Ken Miesemer played a crucial role along with Eastern students in creating. A video library with nearly 9 million views and 9 Telly Awards that have videos which put Eastern at the forefront of early childhood education nationally and internationally. Any staff member here will tell you they don't go to a conference, whether it's in Connecticut or in Tennessee or anywhere in the country, where someone doesn't come up to one of us and say, we use your videos when we train teachers. So that's a big accomplishment. And next year, the Center for Early Childhood Education turns 20. Much appreciation to the Eastern administration for their unwavering support of our mission and vision. Provost Wilson, President Ismaili, the facilities staff who daily receives work orders from us so we stay compliant with the state and accreditation. So thank you for that. All the faculty and staff, not just early childhood education, but across all the disciplines that we've worked with that have allowed us to use them as a resource for the children as well as our staff here, enriching their experience. Board of Regents members, Regent Williams, thank you for your support. Tireless individuals who may not physically be in the building, but continue to advocate for the importance of early childhood education in our communities and across our state. Senator Austin, Senator Flexer, Congressman Joe Courtney, Representative Susan Johnson, Representative Haddad, Representatives Boyd, DiCaprio, and Ackett, and the Office of Early Childhood Commissioner Trueworthy, who is a champion for early childhood education and the work that we do and that all early learning centers across our state are doing. Grantors such as the Community Foundation of Eastern Connecticut, as well as our grant from the Office of Early Childhood through Bright Beginnings. Thank you. Also, I'd like to send a special thank you to the Town of Windham Board of Education and the public schools. We work very closely with our colleagues there, providing continued extended supports for our children. So a special thank you to them as community members. Today is both a celebration and a reflection, and also an invitation to continue building a space where children, families, and educators can thrive. I'm glad that each of you is here to celebrate that milestone with us. And we have some speakers who I would love to call to the podium. Our first speaker holds a truly special place in the history of the CFDRC. Patty McCarthy has been with the center since the very first day we opened our doors on February 26, 2006. Over the past 20 years, she has been a constant and exceptional educator, a thoughtful mentor, and a steady, caring presence for so many children, families, and colleagues. Her work has helped shape not only the classrooms, but the very spirit of the CFDRC. And before I bring her up to the podium, I do want to say that one of her very first students from the first year here was just her practicum student this past spring. So talk about coming full circle. So I'd like to invite Patricia McCarthy up.
Hi, I'm Patty McCarthy. I have been here since the beginning of time. Thank you all for coming. It's nice to look out and see so many familiar yet grown-up faces here at Eastern. I essentially grew up here. When I started, it was myself and one other teacher and 10 children in what is known as the Teal Room, presently as the Teal Room. My children have grown up here. My daughter, who is here, excuse me, would come help me in the classroom on the weekends while my son would come play in the great room. What did I have to? Through the years, we have supported students from Eastern, Horizons, Quinnebog Valley Community College, and most recently, Post University. I am fortunate to be surrounded by so many exceptional educators that celebrate each child's uniqueness, that foster the child's ability to recognize within themselves that they are capable and competent and kind. The staff is just unbelievable here, like just truly here, and I am blessed to be surrounded by them every day. Also, on a personal note, I feel blessed to be here and have taught here for 20 years. Because of all of you, I am a better teacher and a better person. So, I want to end with a quote by Fred Rogers. If you could only sense how important you are to the lives of those you meet, how important you can be to the people you may never even dream of, there is something of yourself that you leave at every meeting with another person. And I did, Nilüfer mentioned the full circle moment, but the child that was in my preschool, loving, wonderful, has come back, and she did her practicum hours in the Blue Room, and she is still loving, and she is still kind, and she graduates on Sunday. So, thank you very much.
I think she's gonna make me cry. Yeah, a lot of those full circle moments. I don't know, is Jaylina Portuguez in the building? She is not here. She is coming, I believe. Nonetheless, she was also in my class, my very first year, and there are pictures of her in dress-up nurse outfits from dramatic play, and she is a third-year nursing student here at Eastern. So, I mean, these full circle moments just keep happening, and so we're very proud of that. We do have a little shift in our speaker. Dr. Treywick Smith was on our agenda, however, he is not here yet, and so instead, I would like to invite Dr. Sudha Swaminathan, on the cuff here, really, to come up and say a few words on our working together. She represents the Center for Early Childhood Education, and we've had a close working relationship, our two departments, personally, professionally, and I would love for her to say a few words. Dr. Swaminathan.
Thank you. So, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sudha Swaminathan, and so I've been looking back and forth for Jeff. If he comes, I'm going to step aside, because those of you who know Jeff, you know Jeff. He's energetic, he's funny, he'll crack a million jokes. I just can't replace Jeff. But what I can say is that when I came to interview at Eastern 30 years ago, Jeff showed me the plans for this preschool, and he said, we are going to do this, the vision, and the passion with which he spoke about this. You know, it's one thing to have a really strong early childhood teacher education program, and we do have one nationally recognized, but it's quite another to have a nationally recognized preschool and to build it from the ground up, brick by brick. So it was Jeff's vision, and I'll give you a couple examples. This room, the great room, was Jeff's idea. He said, we've got to have a great room where children can play when the weather is bad. If you go into the preschool classrooms, you'll notice that they're not perfect rectangles or squares. They have nooks and crannies. That was Jeff's vision. He wanted special spaces, you know. And those of you who are Jeff's students, you had classes on classroom environments, right, where he has you plan. So that was also Jeff's vision. And then, of course, the research that all comes out of it. From day one, all of the research on play. And then when I came on, we combined forces, and we have this amazing research on math play. Then we have research on social interactions, and the children who are all here as alumni were an integral part of the research. They were the participants, and now they're in videos, and so it just goes on. So I'm really honored to be here. I mean, there are times when emotional really to be, or that whatever made me choose Eastern, and then whatever made me work with Jeff, my mentor, And so really honored that, I'm sure he would say a lot more, but so just happy to see all the children who are all grown up and happy to see everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Sudha. It is now my pleasure to introduce Provost Cheryl Wilson. As Provost, Dr. Wilson plays a vital role in supporting academic excellence across the university. Her leadership helps ensure that programs like the CFDRC continue to thrive as spaces for teaching, learning, research, and community connection. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Wilson.
Thank you so much, and good afternoon, everyone. It's absolutely a pleasure to be here to celebrate the 20th anniversary of our Child and Family Development Resource Center and to recognize 2 decades of service that have strengthened not only family, but the core of our university's academic mission. I'd like to take a moment first to acknowledge our CFDRC teachers, current and past, who are here, our faculty from the Department of Education, administrative staff, including our current CFDRC director, Nilafar Rizai, and our current and past directors of the Center for Early Childhood Education, Dr. Swaminathan and Julia Delap. And on behalf of the university, I am so pleased to welcome community members and family members to campus today. We have with us our Mayor of Tom DeVivo, Representative Susan Johnson, Regent Donald Williams, and Commissioner Elena Trueworthy. So can you please join me in a nice round of applause for all these folks? When I came here to Eastern about a year ago, I said, Center for Early Childhood, I don't know a lot about that. And my predecessor said to me, the only thing you need to know is when Nilafar calls, pick up the phone. And she is so unbelievably capable and dedicated that I think it's happened twice in the past year where she's called and said, hey, we need to work on something together. So thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure partnering with you. At first glance, a center like this might seem a little bit adjacent to the work of a university, but it really sits at the heart of what we do here at Eastern, because our mission is about expanding access to education, supporting student success, and preparing graduates who contribute meaningfully to their communities. That is what we see around us. And for 20 years, the CFDRC has helped Eastern advance that mission. We have student parents for whom access to high-quality, reliable childcare can be the difference between persistence and withdrawal, between aspiration and achievement. We have faculty and staff members who are parents of children here at the center, and that enhances our ability to recruit, support, and retain a vibrant workforce. We have, as a number of speakers have mentioned, Eastern students here, and the center is a site of learning for them. It provides rich opportunities for experiential education, observation, and research across disciplines, not just in education, but also psychology, social work, and health sciences. Our students gain hands-on experience, and our faculty engage in applied scholarship. Here at the CFDRC, theory meets practice. And finally, the CFDRC connects the university and the Wyndham-Willimantic community. It welcomes local families, fosters partnerships with community organizations, and reflects our role as an anchor institution, one that both learns from and contributes to the region we serve. Through these connections, our students encounter real-world contexts, our faculty deepen community-engaged scholarship, and we collectively advance the well-being of children and families beyond our campus. So over the past 20 years, the center has strengthened not just individual lives, but our shared sense of community. And it reflects our belief that at Eastern, higher education is deeply interwoven with the world around it. The Child and Family Development Resource Center is an essential partner for Eastern Connecticut State University in advancing our academic mission and our civic responsibility. It reminds us that education doesn't just begin at the classroom door. It begins in environments where people feel supported, connected, and able to imagine a better future. And I think this event today just embodies that so amazingly well. So congratulations to all of the staff members, the families, and the alums on 20 remarkable years, and thank you for all that you do for the university and community.
Dr. Wilson. While he could not be here today in person, sadly, due to a prior commitment, President Ismaili is an avid supporter of our work. There isn't a tour that comes through where I don't get a call from the office saying, we want to stop by at your center, which to me says, wow, I really value what's happening here. So we're very appreciative of that. Under his leadership, Eastern continues to demonstrate a deep commitment to student success, community engagement, and the transformative power of education. The CFDRC is proud to be a part of that mission, serving as a place where learning begins for our youngest community members and where future educators are shaped. Please join me in listening to a message from Dr. Ismaili, President Ismaili.
Hello, I'm Karim Ismaili, President of Eastern Connecticut State University. I'm sorry I can't be with you in person, but I'm honored to join you in celebrating a very special milestone, the 20th anniversary of Eastern's Child and Family Development Resource Center. For 2 decades, the center has been a place of care, learning, discovery, and community. It has served more than 1,300 preschoolers from Windham and the surrounding region. It has helped prepare 450 Eastern education majors for meaningful careers with children and families. And it has provided thousands of hours of observation, internship, and field experience for our students. Those numbers are impressive, but they only begin to tell the story. The true impact of the Child and Family Development Resource Center is found in the children who have been nurtured here, the families who have trusted us, the Eastern students who have discovered their calling, and the teachers and staff who bring patience, creativity, and care to their work every day. This center reflects the very best of Eastern's mission. It connects our public liberal arts university to the needs of our community. It gives our students applied learning experiences that shape who they become. And it reminds us that education begins with relationships, with trust, and with a belief in every child's potential. I also want to recognize that this center is part of the legacy of President David Carter, whose vision helped make this important work possible. 20 years later, that vision continues to grow and serve our community in powerful ways. To the center's teachers, staff, faculty partners, student teachers, families, and all who have supported this work over the years, thank you. You have created something truly meaningful for Eastern, for Windham, and for generations of children and educators. Congratulations on 20 wonderful years. I look forward to seeing all that the next 20 years will bring.
Our next speaker represents the broader community that has supported and grown alongside the CFDRC. Mayor Tom DeVivo of Willimantic has been a strong advocate for the community and for initiatives that support families and children. The partnership between the CFDRC and the city reflects our shared commitment to opportunity, access, and community well-being. Please join me in welcoming Mayor Tom DeVivo.
Thank you, Malafar. Don't go too far, but thank you, Ms. Alfaro. This facility for 20 years has been such a part of our community. I really want to thank Eastern for the investment and Dr. Carter for the vision. But the early childhood education goes way beyond 20 years. Eastern's been part of our community, educating children under 5 for decades. I remember Keeler Hall. Down by South, where I've been speaking about a few times, my brother and sister went there. I'm too old, I couldn't get in. But Keeler Hall was there, and my brother and sister have succeeded quite well. Gina and John have had extreme success in their lives. I spoke to their friends that came to Keeler Hall, that came to early childhood education, and how it really affected their lives. One young lady, a child of a professor here, Dr. Kenton, she was named one of Philadelphia's most influential women. And her sister is running a sustainable farm in Maine. And I reached out, my sister told me a young man, Matt Triber, that went to school with her, came here, and he's an attorney today down in the southern part of our state. So the future that the young children have that come to this center is quite amazing. I did have prepared remarks, but one of these young children in the front stole it, and I don't know where they are, so I'm kind of winging it because I did write it. But you know what? I'm really proud to have this facility in our community and having Eastern support it. It's really, it's an exciting day 20 years later. I wish I had a shovel. I was unable to be here, but I did bring you a gift too, Nelifar. You know, I wouldn't want to go without, come on, Miss Nelifar. So I will present you with the key to the city. I am the mayor of the, so for 20 years, now this, it doesn't open much, but you can display it proudly on your desk.
Thank you. This is an honor.
Yes, you know, so what are the colors are all the rooms? So I know there's the teal, the green, the purple room.
Yeah, you got it.
And there's only 3 colors?
There's purple, green.
Purple, I know purple, green, teal, and blue. So, but thank you. And I was, for the kids that are here, I brought my top hat so I could be Mayor Humdinger for you, but that's from Paw Patrol if you don't remember, but Sonny has it. So thank you for coming today. Thank you for all you've done.
Quite the honor. I was not expecting that. Thank you. I've never been given a key before. Okay. All right, let me collect myself. Our final speaker brings a perspective from the state level. We're very honored to have Representative Susan Johnson. She has been a long-time advocate for education and the policies that support children and families. Her work reflects the broader impact that programs like the CFDRC have have locally and at the state level. So please join me in welcoming Representative Susan Johnson for her remarks. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and what a great day this is to be able to celebrate 20 years of this wonderful, wonderful place for children. I remember when it was being built. Actually, I'm a graduate of Eastern, and my daughter went to Keeler Hall back in the day. And now she's got a master's degree in economics. I have a law degree, and so we've all done very well here with Eastern. The whole reason I came to Willimantic, actually, was to be a student here at Eastern Connecticut State University. So it's just been one of those things that I've had huge appreciation for, and as, having raised a little one, understanding that early childhood is essential for the little ones and how much they love to be together and join in and learn things from each other. And one of the things I've learned is the work that I've done, helping people with different types of disabilities and that sort of thing, working on the Medicare and Medicaid program at Legal Aid. I learned a lot about how essential it is to have excellent early childhood educational opportunities. And this has been the work, thank you for recognizing some of the work we've done for special needs students, for our having an early childhood caucus here at the Capitol, making sure we have taken care of the Birth to 3 program. All these things are so important for the development of our children, and getting together like this is, as everybody's been saying, the relationships are so very important. So I'm really honored to be able to be here today to present a citation from the Connecticut General Assembly for me and Senator Flexer. It says, "Be it hereby known to all that the Connecticut General Assembly hereby offers its sincerest congratulations to the Child and Family Development Resource Center of Eastern Connecticut State University in recognition of your 20 years of excellence. Has the Child and Family Development Resource Center here at Eastern Connecticut University, providing quality early learning experiences for children and serving as a trusted resource for families. Your commitment to research on child development and you have advanced knowledge that promotes best practices in early childhood education, enriching the lives of children, families, and educators alike." This is from the entire membership, this 26th day of June. Senator Martin Looney, Pro Tem, Speaker of the House Matt Ritter, and Secretary of the State Stephanie Thomas all congratulate you for your amazing work, and thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Wow, that was very moving. Thank you for all the kind words and for really, at the end of the day, supporting early childhood education. You know, it's a passion of mine. It's evident through multiple research that what we spend in early childhood education really has a payoff at the end of the day. Quality early learning experiences are the key to creating lifelong learners. So thank you for your support of our work, and thank you especially to the CFDRC teachers that I have the absolute pleasure of working with every day. They are tireless, wonderful, compassionate human beings, and it's really an honor to work with each and every one of them. So let's just give a round of applause for all our teachers. And there is cake in the joinery. So please, make sure you do the scavenger hunt, all the little areas and the time capsule and the photo ops. Get some cake. And then at 3 o'clock, we're going to meet in the front for a giant photo op, which I would love everyone to be a part of. So thank you for coming, and have a great rest of your time here. Thank you.